Hello, how are you? Welcome to a new video for the channel. This time I will be talking a little about some entries that I was taking this week in my fund account. Let's see that I already have what have been 3 withdrawals in this account. And for next week we will have another withdrawal of 3%, all this giving a total that we have made 10% almost to the account for $2. I did not reach the 10% that has been made to the account in a month with 7 days. The truth is quite good, that percentage that we have obtained. And then the next withdrawal, I will try to scale the account. I will see if on Monday I can get those $2 that I need to be able to scale the account. It is a 20% that they explain it in the hot seat plan, but hey, that will be another topic. Well, remember that if you are new here and you are interested in acquiring a discount with this funding company, in the description of this video I will be leaving you a link so that you can get a 5% discount on your first purchase. Well, having said this, at the end of the video I will also be explaining the rules of the company for people who want to fund this company. Well, let's see that the win ratio in this account is quite low, although this week I only operated 3 days and the 3 days I had winning operations. It does not happen to me much. It does not happen to me so much to have a 3-day streak, because then it falls with a fairly negative streak. But hey, there I am, improving and trying to seek to have more assertiveness, to have more win ratio so that psychology does not accept it. I have an average of 96% and an average loss of 43%. This week, I was only risking half of 1%. That is 0.05%, 0.50%, that is half of 1%. Because, well, I wanted to get to my 4th payment since that comes with the refund that I paid for the account, or I can choose to acquire a new challenge as I wish. The company gives me the option to do that. And well, this account has ended the week with a 3%. In total, they have made $1,000. So well, let's start analyzing the entries I have taken. If we realize I have not even deleted them from the chart. There is one, here is another, and here is the first of the week. I took this one on Wednesday, but this entry was super cute, as the price gave it. I'm going to draw the chart a little so that you can see it in more depth and see what has been seen in this entry. I'm going to put the reproduction of bars so that you can see what the price is marked. Here we had an FGV, here, if we realize an FGV lies. Here I had it marked the indicator of ICT concept. Here I had it marked the price reached that area of reaction. What I expected is to see a change in structure. Let's see that in time of minute 3 it had already made that change in structure, and it ends up marking us another FGV. I do not say the name because I cannot even pronounce it since it is in English, but this one marks us an FGV. Although clearly we can realize that here it is not possible to make a lower low. And the price tries to break up, which finally does it. And well, that is already giving us an indication that the price wants to change. In addition, this was the opening session of New York. When I open the bag, just this candle that comes is the opening of New York. So I put my entry here. I was really risking $30, because in an instant I had left the longer stops. Then I arranged it to risk $20, and here the price shot too fast. We realized that it was in question. Here the price begins to accumulate. You see that it marks us all in our indicator, before the entry. Here it begins to accumulate, but I felt more likely that the price was up. Why? Because all the London and Tokyo sessions had broken down. Then you look to fill those spaces, which is what the price will do in the next few hours. And that's what it ends up doing. In the next few hours. So that was the first entry. Let's see how the price went up too much. But I think we're going to put it at $10. To go to the next entry, which was the next day, we are going to advance it because it is too much. And this was again always in New York session. Here it was a little later. Here, no, this was not. It was this. This was in New York session. But it was after the opening of New York. Let's change it. And let's put it in M1. Let's see. What I had seen is that the price had reached. It had broken what has been London and Tokyo of the previous days. And well, in the opening it had gone up and had reached an area. And then in that area the price had stopped. What I do is start to observe the market structure. At this point, and I start to observe that the price is creating lower lows. In this case, I think I took the entry here. And the stop loss had put it up, if I remember correctly. And I had been looking for 1 to 2. And let's see how the price behaves at that moment. We see that here I had marked all the data here. I had marked an FGV here, and I had respected it quite well. Let's hit play to see how the price reacts at this time. And we see that it finally ends up reaching its TP. In this case, I had already reached the TP. And this was the second entry of the week. The entry of yesterday was before the opening. Here. This was before the opening. And what did I see? Before the opening, I saw that I had broken an area, which was all this. And I saw that I broke the structure. And it continues with its low continuation. And I decided to enter at this point, to always go for one or two. And here, finally, with the opening, I was able to reach the TP. At this point is the opening, where we see that large candle. I open the opening. I had the TP there, because we had some important areas here, which in the end are areas that the price ended up respecting. I saw the purchases, I wanted to enter, but I did not want to risk that profit that I had earned that day. I decided to respect and leave, but those purchases were too cute. And then I ended up seeing the sales. That marked everything for me here. Those sales were very gifted, and in the end I could not take them either. Well, those were the entries that I saw this week, with which I ended up reaching that 3% in my account. So on Monday at 11.30 in my country, I can already retire. So I'll be bringing you an update of how the retirement is going and how things are going. So far, everything is fine. You can see my video of the previous retirement, which was processed in 6 hours. And that's pretty good. We can monetize and diversify in different companies. And the best thing about FundingPip is that we can start from quite affordable prices, which adapt to Latin America. Let's remember that not everyone can go through FTMO, not everyone can go through some other well-known company. That has a lot more time. But we can start with these accounts, that from $34 using the discount, you can have the ability to fund yourself. You can monetize to continue distributing in different companies. If you want to use this company as monetization, you can do it with a small account. That goes from $5,000 to $10,000. And well, you can start from $34. What are the rules? The minimum trading day. That is, at least you must pass the account. That you have operated for 3 days. At least. That is, you can take as long as you want. It can take a month. But during that month, at least you must have operated for 3 days. It took 3 months. At least you must have operated for 3 days. Or more. That is, you can operate all month. There you meet those 3 days. The maximum daily stop is 5%. The maximum total stop is 10%. The profit target for Phase 1 is 8%. And for Phase 2 is 5%. The stop is from 1 to 100%. The payments are every Tuesday, depending on what day you give the master account. So you will be withdrawing the same day, a day before, 2 days, 3 days. That will be your wait. But in this case, if you give it on Tuesday, then the next Tuesday you can withdraw. If you give it on Monday, you can withdraw the next day, which is Tuesday. That is also quite interesting. In this company, Fundeo, the payment is 80% of what we have generated. They put us through cryptocurrencies, and through Raise, they have unlimited trading days, and they have a scale plan, which is what I mentioned. Possibly, if I make those $2, we will be climbing to level 1. To go here, and then go to level 2, when we have made 8 payments. Which is quite difficult. It is quite difficult to maintain that consistency. It has 3 platforms: MatchTrader, CTrader, and TraderLocker. I always recommend CTrader, which is the one I use. I also use MatchTrader if you are from the United States. Choose between MatchTrader and TraderLocker. I recommend MatchTrader if you are from Latam, or any other country that accepts CTrader. I suggest you choose CTrader 100%. Don't follow TraderLocker. Choose CTrader. Why? Because it is a more developed platform. Since years ago. That is for you to keep in mind. And in consideration. What are the commissions of this company? They are $2 per lot, in Forex, in indexes and oil. The commission is totally free. Well, the rule of the news. In consideration. Don't worry about everything. There is no rule here. But in our account, if we have to keep in mind, the rule of the news, I will explain it to you. A little fast. But you can go to my video, where I fully explain the rule of the news. What happens is that you can have open the operation during news, but you must close it 5 minutes after the news. And also, you must have opened it minimum 5 minutes before the news. If you open it 4, 3, 2, 1, or close it 1, 2, 3 minutes after the news. Well, no. It will not be worth that profit that is generated. You must have it. Minimum 5 minutes before and close it 5 minutes later. And the profit.